Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm Susan Whitaker, and today's yoga practice is going to be centered on the element of water. And we'll start with a meditation, so sitting comfortably in a chair or on the floor with your legs crossed. Take a moment to just sort of weave your body from side to side. And the element of water, of course, speaks to the fluidity in your body and that sense of movement and flexibility and all the fluids that we have that keep us functioning in a healthy way. And we want to keep that going. So while you're moving, become aware that you have that water within you. And then settling down, close your eyes, and we'll draw upon the image of the ocean. And we'll do that in the form of the breath. So imagine that you're sitting by the ocean and the breath breathes in, and at the same time a wave rolls in toward you. And you'll feel that beautiful fluidity in your body on the inhale, and on your exhale just let it swirl throughout your body, taking away any toxins or worries or anything you want to let go of. And again, tune into that breath, inhaling, feeling the wave move toward you. And exhaling, feeling the waves swirl and bubble and pull away from you. And with every breath, you tune in more and more to the watery element within. And let it flow in and let it flow out. And see if you can get in touch with the healing qualities of water. Water has many qualities. They connect us to the moon. The water element connects us to our emotions. It connects us to our ability to connect to other people. So as we breathe these last few breaths, what qualities do you want to draw from the water element within you? You might even notice your body starting to roll just a little bit through your spine, rather than having a rigid spine, having a nice fluid spine. And the next time you exhale, allow your eyes to blink open. And then change your position of your ankles if you're sitting on the floor. With your hands on your knees, we're going to keep with the breath just a little bit. So round your spine and exhale. And then arch your back, lift your chest, draw your shoulders back and inhale. So we're going to take that wave-like motion right into the back. Exhale and inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And you can exhale through your mouth or your nose, whatever feels more comfortable to you. Just do about 3 more breathing, rocking motions. And the next time that you breathe in and you lift your chest, just drop your shoulders, take your head from side to side, allow your head to move easily and freely. And then bringing your head back to the center, come on down to the floor if you are in a chair. And we're going to sit with our legs in a pinwheel. So we'll bring our feet, plant the feet, knees bent, and then drop the knees over to the side. Now, if your knees are not happy about that, you can get a blanket and prop up one knee or even straighten one leg. So your left knee is just going to be slightly in front of your right knee, and we'll turn our body a little bit to the left. Place the hands on the floor and let yourself bow down. Tuck your chin and lift up on your inhale. So it's a similar type of movement. You're lengthening as you bow forward and curling as you rise up. Breathe in here and breathe out here. And feel again that fluidity. Take it from your spine into your shoulders, into your neck. And the next time that you rise up, pause. And we're going to open the arms wide, inhale, and twist to your left and exhale. The right hand goes on the bent knee, the left hand goes behind you, spiral around to the left, and then holding this pose with your torso, soften through the neck. You can even turn your head a little farther away from your spinal twist and find a comfortable spot for your neck. On the inhale, we're going to roll to the right, take your right hand to the floor, push and lean to your right. Look up with your eyes and then look down. Keep that knee, my left hip is now off the floor because I've lifted up. And then bending your elbows, sit down again. Hands behind you, change your foot position. Put your feet in front of you, then drop your knees over to the right. And again, you can prop up with a blanket underneath your right knee and straighten your left knee if this bothers your knees, or keep both knees bent. Turning toward your right knee, place your hands on the mat, lift your chest with your inhale, and bow over with your exhale. Inhale, rising, and exhale, bowing, and again. You're getting in touch with that wisdom of the body that allows you to move in a different way. And the water element speaks to that part of us that wants to be free, that wants to express ourselves differently and creatively. And the next time you rise up, stay there. We're going to open the arms wide, twist to your right, take your right hand on the floor behind you, your left hand on the knee, spiral your waist, your ribs, your shoulders, and then again, find that comfortable spot for your head. If your knees are bent, try to drop your left sit bone to the floor. And take deep, nourishing breaths into the body. One more round of breath and we'll unwind. Take that left hand to the floor. We're going to swing the right arm up. And if you can, lean into your hand and lift up away from the floor. If that's not happening for you, just stay there. Just stay right down on the floor here. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring your arm down. And releasing your legs, we're going to come to a standing position. So come right on up. Now do a little qigong here. Take a stance, a wider stance, maybe shoulder width apart with your feet. Bend your knees lightly. Put your hands right in front of your navel. And this is called polishing stones. We're going to draw a circle to the right and a circle to the left. And you'll begin to notice that your weight is shifting. So shift right, shift left. Observe my elbows, they're down, my shoulders are down. So as you move, you're moving from your belly, and this is the watery aspect in our belly chakra of our bodies. So we want to feel that smoothness, that feminine quality of movement. Right in the center. And your hands can be close together, and try to release any rigidity in your fingers, your hands, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, and just seriously let yourself flow. And you can separate the hands a little bit and make wider circles if that feels good. Take deep, nourishing breaths. And you can change it, you can go back to small circles, feeling the weight shift from foot to foot. This is wonderful for limbering up your hips and your shoulders. And observe the mental quality of moving in a fluid way. We're going the other direction, so without thinking about it, just begin to rock your legs and your hips and your hands in the opposite direction. And when we allow our bodies to move in this easy, smooth way, it affects the way we think. It's kind of hard to stay in rigid linear thinking when your body is flowing. Just one more round of breath. And then when you get to the end of your exhale, cross your arms over your chest like you're gathering a bunch of water, and then release it. Let it flow down by your sides. Relax all the way into your fingertips and step your feet close together. We're going to put our hands on our hips and begin to circle. Just nice and easy, because our hips are ball and socket joints and they really like circular motion. And it also gets us in touch with our belly. So rolling around, feeling that sense of fluidity. Observe, am I leaning forward? Am I leaning back? Notice you throw your balance off if you are. So you want to be grounded in your feet, and even your feet are moving in a fluid way. They're kind of rocking to the insides and the outsides of the feet. Pause, let's go the other way. Lift with your chest a little bit so that you're not hulaing. This is different than the hula. We're staying a little more centered here. Good. Just a few more rounds of circling motion, and complete the circle you're on, and pause. This brings great circulation to your pelvis, your belly, your lower back, your hips. Now take a little wider stance, and we'll inhale, taking the arms overhead, and place the backs of your hands together. Let your hands glide down through your center, fingers pointing to the earth. Roll out and lift your arms overhead with a deep breath. Backs of the hands touch and dive in. Just coming right down through your center. Inhale, arms up and over. Exhale, hands in and down. You can drop your head. Let's do 2 more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, diving in. And this time, feel the weight of your fingers as your hands sink down toward the floor, and relax your arms by your sides. And taking your right hand, curve your elbow, put your palm against the sky, or up, facing upward. Your left arm is going to hold below you, palm in. And we're going to lean to the left. This is called moon tilt, so leaning left. When you come to the center, sweep your arms around in the opposite direction. The top hand rotates out, the bottom hand points up, and lean to the right. Straighten your legs. Inhale, stand up, sweep around again, hold the moon, and tilt to your left. Inhale, sweep around, and tilt to your right. Inhale once more to your left, sweeping your arms around and dropping over. Waking up our side body, and inhale, come up and tip over to your right. And inhale, opening the arms wide. Exhale, bring your hands together into Namaste. Let your thumbs touch right at the sternum and step your feet together. Now we're going to bend the knees a little bit. Let your hands rest on your thighs right above your knees. If you have knee issues, don't bend too deeply. If you want to go deeper, drop in. Okay, so we're just going to rotate the knees in another circular motion. And we're sitting. We're not leaning forward, we're not leaning back, we're just sitting right here and taking the knees around. Please go the opposite direction. Keep the knees quite close together and go around. And complete your circle and pause. Come up to a standing position. Shoulders up, back, and down. And now stepping your right foot lightly forward, the left foot lightly back. Interlock the fingers behind your back and pull down. As you pull down, let your chest rise up. It feels like you're being lifted up by your t-shirt. Try not to lean into that back leg. You want to be balanced on your feet. So stargazer pose. Let your chin tilt up. Take a breath. And exhale, let your arms and hands release. Step up with your back foot, step back with your right foot, interlock your fingers and square your hips forward. Interlocking, we pull down, shoulders in and down as the chest rises. And take very deep breaths. Let your lungs be filled with air and empty again. So there's a nice flow in the breath again. The more you breathe, the more life force you're drawing into the body. When you exhale again, let your fingers go, step up. Good. And we're coming down to the floor again. So this time we're going to lie down on the back. So drop yourself onto your back and bring your knees into your chest. We're going to hold the knees, right hand right on top of the right knee, left hand right on top of the left knee, and do what's called the frog kick. You'll pull your knees forward, take them wide, lift them up, and draw them together. Same thing. So this little square we made is turning into a circle. Keep your head centered and just draw circles independently with your knees. Let your breath be steady below the surface, just like that wave motion. The ocean never stops moving, neither does the breath. So keep your breath steady and smooth. Now when you bring your knees together, we're going to reverse the circle. Open the legs, bring the knees forward, draw the knees together, draw the knees up. Same movement, just opposite direction. So you're circling around. With that wave-like breath below the surface, keep breathing. Let's take one more round of breath. And once you've exhaled, step your feet down and take your hands behind your head if that's comfortable for you. You could also take your arms out level with your shoulders, placing the hands on the floor. And we'll bring the knees back up into the chest. Centering your head, we'll roll the knees. Let's start going to the left. Turn your head left with your knees. Bring your knees to the center. Center your head. Knees over to the right. Turn your head to the right. If this is too much for your low back, you're going to have your feet on the floor and do this same motion. Okay? Otherwise, we're rocking side to side. I have my ankles lightly flexed to support my knees. And we're twisting at the waist. Keeping both shoulder blades on the floor. Let's go once more to each side. Ending on your right side. And then bringing your legs back to the middle. And step down. Take a very deep breath, arch your back, taking it away from the floor, and then on your exhale, press your back against the floor and pause. Slide the left leg down and hug the right knee. Draw the right knee in close to the body, and we're crossing over in a spinal twist. So take your right leg all the way over and take your left hand to your left shoulder. You're going to bring your elbow down, around in front, up toward your head, and back again. So we're rolling our right elbow in a circle. Take deep breaths. Re-engaging that beautiful, smooth motion in your shoulder. And the next time that you bring your arm down, we'll roll onto the back, hug the knee one more time, and then let the right leg slide out in front of you. Bring the left leg in, give it a little hug, and then cross your left leg over your body. Take your left hand, same shoulder, drop your elbow, take it around in front, overhead and back. So drawing slow, small circles with your elbow. Creating fluidity in your shoulder, in your spine, in your neck. And one more circle. As you take your elbow back, relax, let your arms go, slide the left leg out, And take your feet apart. Let's circle our ankles and our wrists. And then reverse, go the other way. And pause, just letting the arms rest. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And walking your feet back, come back to a seated position. Hands on the knees, just find your balance again. And we're going to turn the head to the right. Bring your chin down to the right collarbone. Slowly lift your chin, take a half circle overhead from right shoulder all the way to left shoulder. To the left collarbone with your chin. And lifting your chin, take that half circle slowly back over to the right shoulder. And bringing your head back to the center, interlock your fingers, roll your palms forward and round your back. Bring your chin down towards your chest, pushing out through your hands, round your back, pull your belly in. Flexion for your spine. Inhaling, raise your arms overhead. Exhale, hold it. And then leaning slowly side to side. As you lean one way, turn your eyes to gaze down, come back to the midline, breathe in, and go to your second side. And back to the center. And releasing your fingers, we're just going to bend the elbows and float the arms down by our sides. Resting the hands on the knees. And thank you for being here with me today. Namaste.